In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis, as well as breaking news. Coinbase sues the SEC, FDIC over FOIA non-compliance. That's right. Coinbase is suing the SEC, alleging regulators are trying to cripple the crypto industry. We're also going to be discussing pro-crypto former President Trump to speak at the Bitcoin convention event. I'll be breaking down this report, as well as the latest from rich dad Robert Kiyosaki. He says Bitcoin has taken off in the banana zone, as well as Bitcoin flashing a signal that led to nearly a 200% rally in August of 2023. I'll be sharing the latest from this crypto analyst, as well as Max Keiser warns of government seizing all Bitcoin ETF BTC, predicting a 1987 style crash as Bitcoin rises to $500,000 to $1 million per coin. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life, but Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
Let's go. Shout out to the fam. But anyways, without further ado, if you're new to the channel, very important to smash those thumbs up and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, turn on all notifications, and please, pretty please, repost this over on X. Is greatly appreciated. Today is pod episode number 1683. I'm your host, JV. It's June 27th, 2024, as we're itching closer and closer to the end of the month. Let's kick it off with our market watch, as we do each and every day. We got Bitcoin in the green, maintaining above 61,400. We have Ether in the green, above 3,400. Solana up almost 7%. AVAX up almost 6%, as the majority of the market is pumping back in the green. And checking out CoinMarketCap.com, the current crypto market cap sits at $2.28 trillion with 1.2 trillion for the market cap for the Bitcoin. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers of the past 24 hours, we got the Book of Meme up 17%, followed by Conflux up 11%, followed by Akash Network up 11%. Below that, Solana, Polkadot, Jupiter, and Kaspa. Let me know which alts family, if any, you're most bullish on for this particular bull. Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles to get a visual perspective on the day. You can see the majority of the cryptos pumping and in the green, which we love to see. And zooming out on the monthly, unfortunately, safe to say 90 to 95% of the market bleeding and in the red. And checking out the crypto greed and fear index. Today, we're currently rated a 40 in fear. Yesterday, 46. Last week a 60, and last month a 72 in greed. So where you feel the Bitcoin price will likely take us by the end of this month, holla. But anyways, fam, let's dive into a little Bitcoin technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. Headline here reads, Bitcoin trader hopes for liquidity snatch as Bitcoin price returns to 62 G's, baby. That's right. Bitcoin made fresh gains after the June 27th Wall Street Open as U.S. macroeconomic data flowed in, as we can see here in the 1 hour chart. Data from Cointelegraph and TradingView showed daily highs of 62.3 on Bitstamp. Despite initial jobless claims coming in below expectations, U.S. unemployment data failed to spook the crypto markets into fresh concerns over the path of inflation. Bitcoin was up 2.3% on the day, and traders hope the trajectory could be sustained in order to take ask liquidity above that spot price, quoting Dan Crypto Trades. Most of the liquidity lies after the testing the range lows at 59,000. Taking all that liquidity that sat there, it'll be an interesting battle over the next couple of weeks with this new supply overhang added. So there you have it, family. This chart shows the perpetual swap order book liquidity levels on the largest global exchange, Binance. And fellow trader Jelly added that the sell pressure narrative originating from both the US and German governments in recent weeks had not made itself felt onto the market, quoting him here. Looks like Bitcoin's range lows are holding despite the US and German governments selling coins and Mt. Gox finally paying back. creditors. Meanwhile, Dan Crypto Trades acknowledged another encouraging sign in the form of a second consecutive day of net inflows to the US spot Bitcoin ETFs. These managed 21.4 milli on June 26, following 31 million the day prior. Data from sources including the UK-based investment firm Farside investors confirmed, as you can see here on your screen. Meanwhile, zooming out, we have Axel Alder Jr., the contributor to on-chain analytics platform CryptoQuant, queried how long the Bitcoin price retracement from March's all-time highs could last. And comparing the recent price action from the recent years, he argued that Bitcoin was copying behavior last seen at the end of 2019. Quoting the analyst here, the current market closely resembles the correction of 2019-2020, making it the most likely scenario for this correction, which lasted 5 months with a maximum drawdown of 46%. So there you go, yo. And he also added that may still change, disrupting the status quo. And that was a matter of 500,000 BTC worth 31 billion in buying pressure. Quoting him again, history is not obliged to repeat itself. An act of buyback exceeding 500,000 BTC could trigger the end. And in a separate analysis, he showed an 18% decrease in the portion of the Bitcoin supply left in profit, corresponding to the overall feeling of pessimism amongst the hodlers. But where my Bitcoin diamond hands at? Make some noise, and let's pull up some of the live chats, some of the live charts along with the live chat. Let's do them both, right? So yeah, check this out, family. As you can see here, this is live and in the flesh. This is the 1 hour chart right now via TradingView, via Coinbase. You can see there's a bullish flag, there's a falling wedge, and there's a lot of chaos on the charts. But looking at that target to the north, we have a bullish flag, which is in the purple, sitting at 65,200. Send it. And we also have a target, below that sitting at 62. Then we have a target to the south currently on this 1 hour chart sitting at 58,600. And now let's zoom out. They say when in doubt, just zoom out. Let's look at the 4 hour chart and we'll look at a few other perspectives as well, live and in the flesh. We have a big fat target here in the 4 hour chart, a falling wedge sitting at 73,500. We have a target just north of the current price action sitting at around 63, 64 level. And we have a target to the south sitting at 57,000 or 58.6 to be more precise. And let's zoom out even some more. That's the 4 hour. Let's look at the 1 day, then we'll look at the 1 week. Here's the 1 day chart live and in the flesh right now. A lot happening here too. The most north target is a bullish pennant sitting all the way above $106,200. Send it. 6 figures. Yes, please. We have another one in the red sitting at 72.9, which would take us back on the cusp of price discovery. Then we have a couple of targets to the south sitting at 53.6, as well as a target at 47.7. And zooming out a little further, let's go to the 1 week. As you can see, live and in the flesh, on your screen, we have a big fat green target, a bullish pennant at 106,000. And we also have a bullish pennant sitting, looks like at around that $90,000 level. I'm going to give you one more as a bonus. Let's look at the 1 month chart. Why not? Check it out. This is the 1 month Bitcoin chart, live and in the fresh, looking bullish as a mofo. Bitcoin on Super Saiyan skills right here. About to ascend. I mean, you got to keep in mind we just had a halving, what was it, April 19th, and leading up 18 months post-halving, bullish, parabolic Bitcoin run up. Send it. Look at all those green candles. We do got a little bit of corrective candles on the monthly, but they're tiny, they're itty bitty. You already know, stack the bitty and let's freaking go. Here's the latest with Trump. He's going to be speaking at a major Bitcoin conference. And also, a little bonus story I'll touch upon real quick. Coinbase sues the SEC, FDIC over a FOIA non-compliance. That's right. They're allegedly suing regulators for trying to cripple the crypto industry. Look at Gary the Worm right here. That's the man, no Claire Gare. He's responsible. So shout out to Coinbase for going after the SEC. Hopefully they get another big fat W and the SEC gets another big fat L. So just wanted to throw that in there. So yeah, anyways, back to Trump. Pro-crypto former President Trump to speak at Bitcoin convention, according to this report. That's right. Former President Trump's 180 on crypto continues. Axios, citing 2 familiar sources with the matters, reports Trump is now in talks to speak at the Bitcoin 2024 convention in Nashville, Tennessee next month. How many of you are going to be at that convention? Let me know. It's a culmination of a sharp turn for the former president, who used to be a crypto critic Back in May 2018, while serving in the Oval Office, he reportedly directed then Treasury Secretary, Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin to go after Bitcoin for fraud. Go after Bitcoin. Good luck with that one. 3 years later, Trump said in an interview that he owned zero crypto, arguing that digital assets were a disaster waiting to happen. I also said he didn't like Bitcoin because it undermines the value of the US dollar. And he's like, my job as president is to secure the dollar to make sure it is the greatest and strongest and baddest. And you already know Bitcoin makes the dollar look stupid. Just saying. The former president changed course, obviously, since then, spending the past couple of years gradually warming up to the sector in a bid to raise the funds for the upcoming election and differentiate himself from the Biden administration, which some crypto stakeholders view as hostile towards digital assets. It was in December of 2022, Trump launched a collection of NFTs on Ethereum-based platform OpenSea, weeks after formally announcing his intention to run for the 2024 presidential election. On the campaign trail this year, the former prez has said he will end Joe Biden's war on crypto and be the crypto president. So there you have it. Trump's coining himself the crypto president. His 2024 presidential campaign also started accepting crypto donations, receiving $2 million worth of Bitcoin from the Gemini crypto exchange co-founders, Tyler and Cameron. And I think 300,000 of that ballpark was returned to them because there's actually a limit, apparently, on how much Bitcoin you could donate. But I digress. The Bitcoin 2024 conference is scheduled for July 25th through the 27th. Slated speakers include fellow 2024 presidential candidate RFK Jr. and Vivek Ramaswamy and the famous whistleblower Ed Snowden, amongst others. So we got a lot of heroes who are going to be in the building. In May, a jury found Trump guilty. He is a convicted felon on 34 felony counts related to falsifying business records ahead of the 2016 presidential election, which I think we all perceive as a joke, but nonetheless, this is the world we're living in, fam. Let me know if you think Trump will show up at that event alongside RFK and Ramaswamy. Holla at your boy. And also heard speculation that Ramaswamy may be the VP for Trump. Let me know your thoughts on that. Headline, Robert Kiyosaki says Bitcoin's taken off in the banana zone. And an advisory to his wide range of followers, Rich Dad, financial educator and acclaimed author, urged investors to hold on as Bitcoin prepares for what he terms a trip to the banana zone. This phrase refers to a sharp and sudden increase in the price of the bitties, which Kiyosaki thinks is going to happen soon despite the market's recent instability. The banana shape serves as the basis for the simile, which represents the steep upward curve shown in the price chart. And additionally, it is a thought to be period of high risk and great profit. Therefore, investors and traders should exercise extra caution and a strategic approach. That's right. Bitcoin goes gearing up for this banana zone. It's worth noting that in the context of crypto, the term banana zone describes the period of quick growth and extreme market volatility. It is the period frequently marked by sharp price jumps and a frenzy of trading activity. Now, Raoul Pal, the CEO of Real Vision and a macroeconomic expert, inverted a phrase and characterized a stage of the crypto market where it is anticipated that cryptos like Bitcoin will perform better and maybe see a large increase in market cap. Send it. According to Rich Dad, Powell is currently generating quite a buzz in the crypto community discussing Bitcoin hitting the banana zone, and he is confident the CEO is knowledgeable in this area. This is because of Powell's prior professional experience working as a senior executive at Goldman Sachs. The author further expressed his appreciation towards Raoul Pal's YouTube lessons, noting that these lessons have given him a better understanding of Bitcoin's entry into banana zone. Well known for his support of alternative investing methods and financial education, shout out Rich Dad. He continuously defended Bitcoin as a hedge against conventional financial institutions and currency depreciation. Rich Dad believes that Bitcoin is rule-based money, which usually makes one wealthier, while traditional fiat money is debt-based money, which makes one poorer. That's right. As a result, he advised investors to hold on tight as Bitcoin soars into the banana zone, highlighting that the asset could be poised for a significant surge in the short term.
Fiat currency, we call them poor. We call them poor.
Tell him, Michael. But anyways, Kiyosaki also noted that Powell has, in the past, personally advised him to start investing in Bitcoin. Oh, I didn't know that. So it was Raoul Pal that convinced him to buy the bitties. And because of his encouragement, the author purchased 30 Bitcoin. This is Rich Dad at $6,000 per bitty. So Bitcoin is up, 10x from then. Not too shabby. Fast forward to today, the crypto asset is worth roughly 60 G's, baby. And Kiyosaki has been buying additional BTC each month, demonstrating his unwavering trust and the digital asset future trajectory. Rich Dad's call to action comes in light of the market instability and gloomy Bitcoin prices. Despite the recent price declines, Rich Dad has underscored his determination to acquire more biddies in this period. And with Bitcoin crashing lately, the author believes that people would sell their coins in order to minimize losses, which allows him to purchase more of the asset. It is what it is. If you sell, someone's going to buy them, and Rich Dad's probably one of the many who's going to take advantage of that. So let that be known. The headline reads, Bitcoin flashed in a signal that led to nearly a 200% rally in August 2023, at least according to this analyst. We're talking about Ali Martinez saying Bitcoin flashed in this bullish signal amid the flagship crypto retesting at a level last witnessed early May. Martinez tells his 65,000 followers on X every time the RSI, Relative Strength Index indicator, slid into oversold territory over the last 2 years on the daily chart, Bitcoin has shot up by at least 60%. And ironic, we're at 60 Gs today, fam. The RSI is a momentum oscillator used to determine whether an asset is oversold or overbought. The RSI's values range from 0 to 100, with the level between 70 to 100 indicating an asset is overbought, while the 0 to 30 level indicates an asset oversold. Martinez highlights the Bitcoin's daily RSI flashed oversold readings in August 2023 before igniting a nearly 200% surge from around 25 Gs to the all-time high of 73, quoting him here. With Bitcoin now below 62, and the RSI in oversold territory again, it might be a prime opportunity to buy the dip. Prime opportunity, keyword right there. Now, Martinez also says that Bitcoin market cap value to realized value, the MVRV metric, indicates Bitcoin could potentially appreciate as it has dipped into a negative value. The MVRV compares the current market cap of the biddies to the realized capitalization, which is calculated based on the price at which Bitcoin was bought. And when the MVRV value drops below zero, it indicates oversold conditions, as he shares here. Since February 2023, the Bitcoin MVRV ratio dipped below 8.4 on 4 occasions, triggering the Bitcoin price jump of 63%, 100%, and 92%, and 28%. And currently, with the Bitcoin price pinned under or roughly at 60 Gs and the MVRV ratio at negative 8.96%, this might be an ideal time to buy the dip. That's what's up. And I agree. I think it's an excellent opportunity to be TFD. So let me know if you agree.
Bitcoin, 60 G's, 60 G's.
Buying opportunity for fifth level 60 G's. What do you think, JV? Oh, buy the biddy. Who cares about a roaring kitty? Boring kitty, not me. I'm for the big T. I'm for the Nippinator.
I'm for Nipsey.
Not for the weirdo Kit Kat
Kitties.
Cat, a kitty cat. I'm for
Stacking the sats.
Stack the sats, ain't no thing, baby. It's a chance to stack those sats, chance to stack the big T's.
Stacking biddies like Nipsey chasing kitties.
Baby, you never heard about me with another coin. Bitcoin. Got my mind on my Bitcoin, and my Bitcoin on my mind. But I don't sweat it, because it's just pathetic to let it get me involved in that sell. On the dip crowd, sell on the dip crowd, dip sell, dope sell, no sell, no Bitcoin sell. I'm no sellout. Bitcoin.
What up, Chandy? She just gifted 5 memberships to the channel. So congratulations, Phil. Shout out Guido. Shout out Frank. Shout out Lock Sky and that Calist Asian. You've all been hooked up with the MicroStrategy membership of the channel. On behalf of Chandy, the creator of the #1 Bitcoin music channel. So thank you. Not only does she contribute her energy, her time, and her skill into producing these epic jammy jams for us, but she's always gifting and giving memberships away. So we greatly appreciate you. And if you guys are tuned in right now on Rumble or X, that's why I encourage you to visit us on YouTube, because you got to be in it to win it. If you're not actually on YouTube, you can't be gifted memberships. So if you want free memberships, just make sure you're tuned into the stream. It's cryptonewsalerts.net. Now for our featured story of the day. Max Keiser warns a government seizing Bitcoin and ETFs and predicts a 1987 style crash as the Bitcoin price rises 500,000 to $1 million. That's right. Check this out, as you can see here in the headline. But first, we're going to start with some tweets from the high priest himself. 1987 style crash a coming. Bitcoin, the ultimate safe haven, will soar past 500,000 per coin. Gold will continue getting demonetized by Bitcoin. Bitcoin ETFs and domestic Bitcoin miners will get seized by the U.S. government. 1 million middle and upper class migrants will flood into El Salvador. And he predicted this back in February off the back of this news from the KBC letter. The top 10% of stocks in the U.S. now reflect 75% of the entire market. This is by far the worst concentrated stock market since the Great Depression in 1931. In the dot-com bubble of 2001, concentration of the top 10% of the stocks peaked at 72%. Even prior to the 2008 financial crisis, concentration of the top 10% of the stocks peaked at 66%. On average, the top 10% of the stocks reflect 64% of the entire stock market. Is a correction overdue? What are your thoughts, family? Let me know. And let me know if you agree with his 500,000 Bitcoin price prediction. But wait, there's more. Now, off the back of this news from February, New York Attorney General says she may seize Trump buildings, assets if he can't pay the $355 million penalty. Max responded, if they can do this to Trump, they can certainly seize Bitcoin held in a Bitcoin ETF and commandeer U.S. BTC miners, self-custody, or lose it. So he's ultimately saying in so many words, expect the government to take that Bitcoin in the name of national security because they're corrupt mofos. If you want to protect your biddies, you need to self-custody it or you're going to lose it. Let me know if you agree. He also tweeted, number 1, government seizes the ETF for national security. Number 2, before they send you your USD. Number 3, price moves up to 100,000 per biddy. Number 4, you pay tax on the gain from the payout and that's what's left. And then you buy Bitcoin at a price 100,000 higher. Number 5, price crashes. Number 6, you're now sitting on a net losing position from where you started. Womp womp. And there's more. You are not protected against government seizure, and the U.S. government plans to seize all the Bitcoin ETF, Bitcoin, in the interests of national security. You know what I mean? So let me know if you agree or disagree. I'm going to actually read deeper into this article here. So yeah, the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Keiser, expresses concerns about the spot Bitcoin ETFs and a potential market crash while sharing a bold Bitcoin price prediction in which I just read to you. He also said that the Attorney General of New York, General Letitia James, potentially moving to seize assets from President Trump if he fails to pay that $355 million penalty. He explained that if the authorities can seize Trump's assets, they can certainly seize Bitcoin held by the spot Bitcoin ETFs. And I agree with that sentiment because I don't trust the U.S. government. Why should we? Governments around the world regularly seize Bitcoin held on centralized crypto exchanges. Facts. With the U.S. government being one of the top confiscators. Facts. Often as a part of the criminal investigations. Facts. Several other countries have also been active in seizing cryptos. Facts. As evidenced by the UK police's recent disclosure of 61,000 BTC, in which they just started selling. Facts. And also, major Chinese investment fraud and German authorities' January report, a 50,000 BTC seizure. This is all facts, family. Meanwhile, spot Bitcoin ETFs have hit record trading volumes. As you know, MicroStrategy's chairman, Michael Saylor, says Bitcoin has become the world's most popular investment asset. And as you know, since the Bitcoin ETFs have went live January 11th, roughly 5 months ago, they've already achieved fantastic trading volume, unprecedented in ETF history, and I think that will likely continue. But I want to know your thoughts surrounding, do you think the U.S. government will likely do that? Do you think they will take your biddies? And I want to remind you of a few things. First and foremost, there used to be a 1933 Gold Seizure Act. Do you remember? Obviously, many of you weren't obviously here. It's like 100 years ago, for Christ's sake, 90 years ago, whatever it is. But we all know history. And sometimes history don't repeat, but oftentimes history rhymes. So if they had the balls to confiscate all the wealth in gold in 1933, what's to stop the U.S. government from repeating that, but with the Bitcoin, which is digital gold? This is as simple as it could be, and they can actually seize the Bitcoin ETF BTC. The president of the United States right now is Joe Biden. He creates an executive order, and he claims Bitcoin is a threat to the U.S. dollar. It undermines the value of the U.S. dollar. And so therefore, in the name of national security, we are going to seize all of the Bitcoin ETF BTC. And maybe at that time, BlackRock will hold 3 million Bitcoin, right? Who knows? They already have hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, and they have achieved that in 5 months. What took MicroStrategy 4 years to achieve, 214,000 Bitcoin. They just announced another 14,000 buy just recently. BlackRock achieved in a few months. BlackRock's not going to slow down anytime soon. Who's the custodian of BlackRock? Coinbase. Coinbase is the custodian of the majority of the Bitcoin ETF BTC in the United States. So it would be so simple, so easy, so effortless for the U.S. government to do that. So I want to know your thoughts. Will the U.S. government seize all of the Bitcoin in the name of national security? No, never. Maybe, eventually. Absolutely, yes. Or more than likely. My vote, I'm leaning towards absolutely yes, because that's how much I trust our U.S. government. Or more than likely. No, never. I'm skeptical of that answer.Maybe eventually. I'm a little skeptical of that answer. So I'm being 100% transparent with you. But let me know your thoughts. And what are your thoughts of Bitcoin rising to 500,000, 1 million, infinity, and beyond? Holla at your boy. And remember, the only protected Bitcoin, and which is unconfiscatable, is self-custodied BTC, right? You got to keep that in mind. When you purchase Bitcoin through the ETF, number one, you're not purchasing Bitcoin. You're giving the cash equivalents, right? BlackRock's supposed to buy the Bitcoin and use custodian Coinbase to custody it for you. So you got to keep that in mind. Ultimately, meaning Coinbase becomes a honeypot for all the Bitcoin in the world, and the government works very closely with centralized exchanges such as Coinbase. So I want you to connect the dots here and understand how easy it can be if that's what they choose to do. And then that would give the United States government the majority of the Bitcoin supply. You feel me? Let me know your thoughts, family. Bitcoin ETF seizure is much easier than the gold seizure, says Laser Cat. I bought it from the distillery in the town called California Moon. That's a good name. Nice, smooth bourbon, says JC. Are you prepared? I'm prepared. Be careful. Thieves are everywhere. Facts, Kepler. Our own government. Stay away from the Coinbase. Said that years ago. FYI, Spycraft. No, would have already done it by now, says Original Classic. Well, I think it'd be more strategic if they waited for BlackRock to continue accumulating a couple of years before they pulled that move. Just speaking. Not if Trump, they won't get seized, says Mr. T. If they were planning to seize it, are they dumping it now? But maybe, asked Richard. My nephew used to confiscate Bitcoin from the criminals for the U.S. government. Whoa. BlackRock are the government? Bingo! Some would say BlackRock and the U.S. government, one and the motherfucking same. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Let me know. When the government turns up the heat, grab the BTC, send it rocketing. P.S. SEC. CEO, now in charge at Coinbase. Bada boom, bada bing. Most likely they will, says JC. We are almost in default for the U.S. debt of $1.2 trillion. They would want to sell it to cover the debt, says JC. There you go. They will wait till the bags are full. And Bitcoin is 266,000. Ghouls confiscate Bitcoin and compensate accordingly. Word up, T. Wildmoon. I appreciate your feedback here. Let me know, family. Don't be shy. I want to know your thoughts on this. In my Scarface quote, I never trusted that piece of ish U.S. government. I don't kill no children, man. Fuck that. If Max is right, wait for his predicted price dip before buying back, says Richard Jones. The buyback, try that. Why that? Why cap? Anyways, let me know, family. The government will steal anything and everything from you. Don't trust the ETF, self-custody your biddies, and give the middle finger to the government and their plans to enslave you. Music to my ears, dankness. Couldn't have said it better myself. I'm with you on that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's the 10 SAS commandments. Came into this game and it made me an animal.
There's rules to this ish. Wrote me a manual, a step-by-step booklet for you to get.